It's the tram livery bus that's getting held up by this protest. As a rather bored-looking driver, probably frustrated at this protest. It's in the tram livery, in the old tram livery from before 1952. This is Admiralty House, where there is this lift. I can't identify this lift. Despite being in a government building, it has still had that tacky mod in which the analog indicator has been replaced with a sheet of metal. So I now make my way over to Crystal Palace to have a look at the subway there. Wow, a 1950s single-decker. Never seen one of those in London before. Here is the Crystal Palace subway. This is the access on this side. There are stairs through there and stairs here. Originally this was the exit, those two sides were the entrances from the park. Because of crowd control when they had Crystal Palace here. People going to the palace went in the middle, people going out went on the sides. This used to have a roof, as you can see they have gables. To be honest, Crystal Palace Parade above here, I think actually needs a subway, so it's a bit silly that this is abandoned at all. Because it can get really, the cars can go along there really quickly. I think the road above here actually needs a subway. This is the connection to the gas main. Originally this would have had gas lighting, so it has gas but no electricity supply. And I think that, I'm not entirely sure, but I guess that this might not be safe to use gas lighting in here due to the confined space. Because it is underground, so I think there might be like safety hazards with using gas lighting, so they need to convert this to electric lighting. There are loads of people standing around with buckets for you to put money in, and usually I find that a bit annoying, but then here there's work that needs to be funded, so I kind of understand it. Stuff needs to be funded. This subway is a lot wider than it would need to be for the volume of people who will go through here regularly. So what they could do is just have that side as public right of way, and the other three bays, that side, the northernmost bay is public right of way, and the other three is closed areas. Perhaps they could have stuff in here, although you wouldn't really want to close it off with just opaque walls because it would look really ugly then. One idea I had would be, if they ran a tramway through the Paxton Tunnel, they could connect the Croydon trams up to have a tram running up through Peckham to the Old Kent Road. And although the issue with that, and then they'd have a tram stop here, access through the subway, although the issue with that would be that these houses would lose their gardens, so it might be a bit controversial. This is the access from the road. Originally there was access there which went to the footbridge of the high level station. I mean, the high level, it's just a lower level, but the thing is, the low level station is actually even lower, and trains go, like, the hill's really steep. Trains from the station, they go immediately into a very deep tunnel. These are the stairs up to the original Peckham Rye Station first class waiting room. These banisters were really badly damaged beyond repair, so they just replaced them. These ones were in better condition. 1960s photographs when you could easily tell if they'd used green screen in a film because green screen was so rubbish. People who are interested. Yeah. I don't break this fireplace up. It's really weird. The books go really far back. This is the top of the staircase. If there was some way of holding on, and I'd walk onto this, but there isn't. Inside it. Sadly, the only times you get to come in here are when it's an event, and so it's really busy. You can't come in here when it's quiet. That was the exit to the southeastern station. And here there's another door. Did the southern station originally have side platforms? That's weird. So on the second floor. You know what this sort of ceiling reminds me of? It's all exposed wood. Probably would have been something on the exposed wood. I don't know what's happened to it. It's been so thoroughly removed, whatever was on this wood, that I can't imagine pigeons could have done it. So, did they remove the ceiling or something? Also, all this exposed wood, it actually, to be honest, it looks like, you know when you go in like those castles like in Belgium, a bit like that. Like it looks like a medieval building. Something in Belgium. It just reminds me of, I can't remember the name. These are originally part of the banister that was broken. And they're storing there. This is the lower level. And then there's this area here. This was originally the second and third class waiting room. Here's the platform. So then this is the Unilever building. It closed 3 minutes ago and they've already locked it. This is Ludgate Hill. Half the food shops on here are only open Monday to Friday. The St. Paul's think it's 1 o'clock or something. So they've chimed once. McDonald's want to turn this into a McDonald's, including replacing the existing signage. Now what they can do is they can keep these existing windows, because I mean this is a McDonald's, this is in brown. You often see brown on McDonald's shop front, so it won't look too weird for McDonald's shop front. Keep the existing panels, and all they do is just replace the top panel with a sign. I really don't want them to go out onto the stonework, so I could put a new sign here where this cable's coming out, with already screw holes, and just try to fit all their signs inside the window with one coming up there.